moment you take a paycheck, you're an employee. And that's the mindset. So my rich dad never paid me. It drove my poor dad, government employee, nuts. You gotta pay people. You gotta pay people. And rich dad was not saying that the paycheck was bad. He says he didn't want to be a slave to money. So as an entrepreneur, if the rich dad folded, I just started another company. I don't need a paycheck. I don't need anybody to take care of me. If my government doesn't like me, I move to another country because they need entrepreneurs there. So the entrepreneur is not so much the business. The entrepreneur is really the mindset and the skill sets and the different set of rules. Small business does not operate in the same rules as big business. Entrepreneur is a mindset first, a skill set, and rules. And depending upon whether you're an employee or a small business, the rules are different. The mindsets are different. The skill sets are different.
I call it the minority mindset, thinking differently than the majority of people, because it's doing something different.
So the real entrepreneur has an internal focus. That if they fall down, they say, oh, this is good, because I'm going to go up higher. The average person will fall down and say, oh, I'm going to take some Prozac. Or somebody has a mistake, oh, the mistakes don't matter. Well, mistakes matter. It means you didn't know something. But a real entrepreneur, whether they fall down, they always can go up. They can stand back up and go higher. And no matter what happens to them, they get stronger and better and smarter and happier. But a person with a weak internal mindset is that they're so afraid of what happens, it generally happens. Like, people who are afraid of losing their jobs, they generally lose their jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
everything
you can
comes through you.
Yeah, so the entrepreneur first job is to control inside here, not outside there.
The rich will become richer, the poor will become poorer, and the middle class will get wiped out. Most of us are taught just to be consumers. We're never taught to do anything else. And think about the last time your teachers taught you about the importance of investing your money. Anytime you have all this money that was printed, right, money's going to want to go to dumb places.
People look at the stock market. 98% of the people who I know look at the stock market and say, yo, that's not a game I can play. I'm staying away from it. And so the way it's set up is, the world is set up, well, listen, cool, I don't even want you to play it. Just give me your money, I'll play it for you. So when we look at banks, we understand that banks don't necessarily work in our favor, right? So banks only give us 0.05% interest on the money we have there. Well, we can get 8% just by putting our money in an index fund. So why would I just sit my money in a bank and let the bank make all the money? Because all they're going to do is invest the money for you. So they now operating as the plug. They operate now as the man who, I'm going to front you this. I'm going to make my money. I'm going to take the cut. I'm going to give you just enough to keep coming back. I want to go to the plug. Who is the plug? The stock market.
I'll tell you where I invest my money. I invest my money in 5 places. My business, market briefs, and other startups. I invest my money in real estate. Invest my money in stocks. Invest some money in cryptocurrency. And invest some money in physical gold. I have a system where every Wednesday, you can pick whatever day, it doesn't really matter. But for me, it's Wednesday. My money is automatically pulled out of my bank account and it's invested into a few different ETFs. So an ETF is an exchange traded fund, and you could think of it like a group of stocks. So instead of going out and investing in Amazon, one company, and then hoping Amazon grows, you invest in a group of companies. Like some will give you exposure to 30, some will give you exposure to 500, some will give you exposure to thousands. There's a bunch of different ETFs out there. And there's ETFs for a bunch of different things. Like one example that I invest in is the S&P 500 ETF. The S&P 500 is a group of the biggest 500 companies on the stock market. And so when you invest in this ETF, you're literally or indirectly / directly investing in the biggest 500 companies on the stock market without individually investing in all of them. You invest in one ticker symbol and it gives you exposure to all of them. So you're in essence investing in the companies that make America, America. You're investing in America.